Magic the Gathering Online Championship Series August Modern Playoffs Quarterfinals 4 between Lidar and Random Drooler. Lidar is playing Merfolk. Unlike Onsi A, who is running 4 Vapor Snag, Lidar has opted to play 4 Seize Claim. This acts as an additional way to force Island Walk through, as well as potentially taking the opponent off of vital colors. Random Drooler is playing Modern Dredge. This deck synergizes in multitudes of ways by getting creatures into the graveyard through discard and dredge mechanics, then recurring them via their own innate abilities. Random Drooler is on the play as the Dredge player and leads things off with a Faithless Looting, discarding Stinkweed Imp and Prized Amalgam. Either Vial is the perfect turn 1 play for Lidar as the Merfolk player, but turn 2 Dredge off the Stinkweed Imp bins 5 cards into the graveyard and is followed by a Life from the Loam to return lands to hand. Lidar is content with a Silvergill Adept on turn 2, ticking the Vial to 1. Turn 3 for Random Drooler sees a Bloodghast returning from graveyard, a Hardcast Stinkweed Imp, and the Prized Amalgam returning at end of turn because of Bloodghast returning from the graveyard. Lidar flashes in a Curse Catcher at the end of turn. A Seize Claim, a second Curse Catcher, and a Master of the Pearl Trident allows Lidar to apply extreme pressure, attacking Random Drooler down to 10 with unblockable Island Walkers. Fortunately for Random Drooler, the Conflagrate in their graveyard, in addition to discarding 5 cards in hand, allows them to wipe Lidar's board, despite having to fight through double Curse Catcher to do so. With 1 card left in both players' hands, Random Drooler is looking in a great position. The Dredge player continues to bash in, leaving 1 Imp back on defense. Harbinger of Tides bounces Prized Amalgam on attack, but Random Drooler is still able to dredge back creatures from the graveyard and recast them. The Stinkweed Imps continue to bash in, and additional dredging finds a Narcomoeba, which then returns the second Prized Amalgam from graveyard at end of turn. Dredge is going off, and with no gas found, Lidar concedes game 1 to the overwhelming value of Random Drooler's Dredge deck. Random Drooler mulligans to 5 for game 2, and if that's not bad enough, Lidar has a turn 1 Grafdigger's Cage to completely neuter many cards from the Dredge player's deck. Turn 2 yields nothing significant except for a Life from the Loam from Random Drooler. A turn 3 Kira Great Glass Spinner is matched by Stinkweed Imp. Master of Waves comes down on turn 4 and produces 3 elemental tokens. Narcomoeba trigger not working because of the Grafdigger's Cage, and another Stinkweed Imp enters the battlefield. Unfortunately, when another Master of Waves for 4 elementals enters the battlefield, Random Drooler can do nothing but trade for 2 tokens and concede on their turn 5. Wow! Lidar wins game 2. Dredge is on the play for game 3, and this time it's Lidar that mulligans down to 5. Turn 1 Insolent Neonate starts bashing in, and is met with a turn 2 Silvergill Adept by Lidar. Bloodstained Mire finds a stomping ground, and Conflagrate for 1 kills the Adept and continues to allow the Neonate to bash in. Lidar manages to find a turn 3 Kira, Great Glass Spinner. That is first targeted with Flashback Conflagrate, then finally killed with a Lightning Axe. Lidar then casts their second Kira, probably smirking at the value. Neonate attacks in and then rummages itself, getting value when both Bloodghast and double Prized Amalgam enter the battlefield on the same turn. Marrow Regery and pass is the best Lidar can do, and they fall to 8 on the following attack by Random Drooler. Things start to get insane for the Merfolk player though. Marrow Regery starts getting out of control, effectively ramping Lidar and allowing them to cast Silvergill Adept into Harbinger of the Tides into Master of the Pearl Trident. They then attack Random Drooler down to 10. With Kira, Great Glass Spinner on the battlefield, Conflagrate and Lightning Axe are countered, and Lidar attacks in for 16 points of damage. Lidar wins their quarterfinals match against Random Drooler 2-1.